Almost a year later, and farmers and ranchers are still recovering from the Smokehouse Creek fire that burned over 1 million acres.
And according to a recent cattle inventory report from the USDA, cattle inventories are down by 1%. How local and state officials are working to address the problem is part of our Democracy 2025 coverage tonight. A hurting agriculture industry due to natural disasters, low inventory, and high prices.
All cattle inventories were down about 1%, whether we're talking about cow-calf or retained heifers. And in fact, we have some of the lowest cow inventory numbers since the 1950s.
According to Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller, helping farmers and ranchers impacted by the 2024 wildfires is a top priority.
I'm going to approach the legislature and see if they can't hold a hearing and get Xcel Energy down here and, put their feet to the fire and see if we can't, speed this process along a little.
Miller says the state of Texas is doing everything they can to help with recovery, including raising money for the State of Texas Agriculture Relief Fund.
It's not taxpayer dollars. Like I said, we raised over $1 million for that. We get that back out to the farmers to help them buy T-post and wire. We'll pay half of whatever their rebuilding expenses are.
According to Jones, the declining cattle inventory is not a surprise, but can turn around.
At some point, we will see expansion kick off. 3 factors usually have to happen for that, though, is one, we need cheap feed prices. We also need very high calf prices, which we're having, and then we need good pasture conditions.
With the potentially dangerous spring due to high winds and dry land, Commissioner Miller is hopeful this legislative session will address the water crisis.
We even need to look at our water treatment plants and recycle that water. We don't have to drink it, but my farmers would definitely like to irrigate with it.
Miller says there is an agriculture trade deficit of $45 billion this year, and he believes under the current administration that will turn around and there will no longer be an ag trade deficit.
Jones with AgriLive says the high prices are unprecedented, and there were some issues with imports, and there are concerns with potential tariffs on Mexico that were paused. So hopefully they will be able to work together. To see the full Sid Miller interview, tune in to our sister station KMR Local 4 Sunday after Meet the Press at 10 a.m. or go to myhighplains.com. Jason Harris.